This is Cool Breeze. You are watching NAWA on YouTube.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NAWA YouTube. This is Scotty Black here. As you see, I'm standing right here with the NAWA light heavyweight champion, Thomas Extreme. Mr. Extreme, I understand you wanted some mic time, so I'm turning it over to you.
That's right. I am Thomas Extreme. I am the NAWA light heavyweight champion. And you know what? I love to fight. And the powers that be just aren't fast enough. So I tell you what, if you want a chance to take this title from me, why don't you contact them? Because I'm always ready for a fight. This title is always on the line. You think you got what it takes? You got enough cardio to last with me inside that ring?
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Words from Thomas Extreme, our new NAWA light heavyweight champion, who defeated Chase Brown in what we're going to go ahead and call the first ever guitar match in professional wrestling history. And he has now issued a challenge to anyone who is willing to come in and face him in combat in that NAWA ring.
Who could it be? It could be anybody. It could be somebody that's in the back already. It could be anybody in professional wrestling. It could be Mean Gene Oakland. Hell, I don't know who's going to come. I mean, Mean Gene doesn't wrestle anymore. But
well, when you issue an open challenge, you've got to be willing to accept whatever walks out of that out of the curtain there, I should say. So we'll see what the future holds for the NAWA light heavyweight champion there.
Yeah, Thomas Extreme's got a new attitude. You know, he finally was able to get over the hump of beating Chase Brown and winning the light heavyweight title, and now he's not holding back. He's ready to go. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the debut of Southern Fire Amp Dominick here on NAWA Championship Wrestling.
You talk about a unique personality and a unique individual. Michael, I don't know that I've ever encountered someone quite like this before, as he sprays what I think is Ugly Be Gone on the crowd here.
He calls that Ugly Be Gone. And it's $19.95. You can get it directly from Amp, I'm assuming. I don't think you can get it at the Walmart yet, but you spend $19.95 at McDonald's or Walmart. Some of that spray and make yourself beautiful, he says, baby.
We might need a gallon of it here in the announce booth to take care of what we're bringing to the table. But
listen, I cornered this man before the show, and he has a very, very unique story of how he became the Southern Fire.
You spend more than that at the local McDonald's. Tell him what I said, baby.
He said he had a wrestling fight with Satan herself, and she propositioned him for his soul, and he said he would do it only on one condition, that if he came out on top, that he would get the devil's boots. And as you can see, he must have came out on top. He must have been holding her down by the throat. He must have lost his humanity somewhere along the way. He's the Southern Fire. I guess he's trying to sell Ugly Be Gone, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
You see it.
See, $19.95.
I'm not sure what to make of this young man here. I've never seen a competitor quite like him. But that is a testament, we'll go ahead and say, to the new owner, Thurston Cognell III, and what he's bringing to competition here at NAWA.
He says it's easy to make people hate, but to make them beautiful, that's something different. So he's armed with his Ugly Be Gone, and as he takes it around the world, trying to make the world and the people beautiful.
Evidently, it only costs $19.95 to be beautiful.
So it just depends on how ugly you are.
That's true. That's
it
true.
could take multiple bottles for someone like you or me.
Yep.
And who was Southern Fire drawn in his first matchup? Oh, my Lord, it's my favorite. Little Donnie is on his way. He's gonna win this match and ruin the debut of Amp Dominick.
Little Donnie on his way here to the ring. Folks, we're going to see if he can change his losing ways and see if he can really get beyond, we'll say maybe the 45-second mark.
Well, talk about somebody that could use a little bit of Ugly Be Gone.
Ugly is kind of an understatement there for Little Donnie, but, you know, we'll let bygones be bygones there. in terms of addressing him as a wrestler and not a beauty pageant contest.
And as you were saying, you know, Donnie's losing here a lot lately. He's losing very quickly. Last match we saw him last week in the Scotty and McKeever Memorial Tournament, he didn't last probably maybe 20 seconds, if that, against Moses Ireton. So it's going to be interesting to see what Amp Dominick can do here against Little Donnie.
And he's taking his bottle of Ugly Be Gone there and carrying it around with him almost as sort of a, you might want to say, a Little Donnie repellent maybe, and trying to keep him away from him.
I'm going to be using it a whole lot tonight, baby.
He says he's going to be using it a whole lot here tonight. I don't know if that's an insult on the people of Lenore or the fans of NAWA, or if it's just an insult directed right at Little Donnie, but both men circling the ring here. They're kind of hesitant to get in the ring.
I don't think the match has actually officially started here yet, so Little Donnie's not increasing his time in terms of what he's been able to count here as a match of any real length. But we'll see what happens if the referee can get these two men actually inside the ring here to begin the match.
Maybe Amp thinks this is a joke he's having to go against Little Donnie in his first match. Or
Could
maybe
be.
he's scared of Little Donnie. Who knows?
Could be. I certainly wouldn't want to be in there wrestling him. Like we said before, Little Donnie may have the presence of this kind of lovable loser, but guess what? He's an experienced wrestler. He's got more years in the ring than certainly you or I do, Michael.
For sure. And he was on $5 Wrestling. But finally, we got both men in the ring. We're going to see if Little Donnie can make it past 60 seconds. We're going to see if he can make it past 120 seconds. We're going to see if he can actually beat this guy. But you know, Amp looks like a stellar athlete. You know, he's got a good look to him. He's been around for a little while.
Well, if you give him the eye test here in terms of going back and forth, he definitely would seem to give the advantage to Amp Dominick. But we'll see if he can put up with the challenge of Little Donnie. Here we go, lock up with a collar elbow tie up here.
And the bell has rang, and we're about 20 seconds into this. So Donnie's faring better than last week when we saw him in the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament, which you can catch all those matches here on NAWA Championship Wrestling over the next few months right here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss a brand new episode every Saturday at noon right here.
There you go, folks. Very important that you hit that subscribe button so you can stay informed of when we've added new content.
Like I said, Amp's making his debut. Maybe he's just filling Little Donnie out. If he knew Little Donnie, maybe he doesn't know that Little Donnie's been on a losing streak or that he's lost his matches very quickly.
Could be, but here comes Amp back now. Got control back from Little Donnie.
Snap her out of the corner.
What's he going to do to him here? Oh, my goodness. Those boots you were talking about there a moment ago, Michael.
Just scraped the sole of his boot right across his face.
And Donnie is in a bad way here suddenly. Man
Squealing
alive.
in pain.
There's a pinfall by Amp. Only a 2 count, though. Straight into a headlock. Just wrenching away at the head there.
Forearms just squeezing on the cheekbones of Little Donnie.
He boxes those ears. Trying to not only choke the man out, but also disturb his equilibrium.
So what is this Amp Dominick? Is he like an artist? Is he a salesman? What is this guy? He's a very unique individual.
He is a combination of free spirit, artist, and maybe entrepreneur there as well, as he is selling those 1995 bottles of Ugly Be Gone. I don't know if, oh my goodness, jawjacker there by Little Donnie out of nowhere.
There's fight left in Little Donnie. I'd have to say he's probably made it past the 2-minute mark. I think he's beaten the stigma of the 122nd man this week.
Definitely so, but Amp now with a thumb to the eye there suddenly gets control back, goes for a pinfall, still only a 2, as Donnie's trying to bring himself out of the doldrums of losing competition here. Amp still just wrenching away at the neck and the head there.
This is not to demean the effort Little Donnie has put in the match, but it kind of looks like Amp's playing around with him a little bit. But he probably could easily end this match.
I would say so.
I think maybe he just wants to show the fans of NAWA how vicious he can be, how good he is.
Amp just popped him square in the mouth there.
Got a
standing on the man.
Right into the back of the neck. You can see the pain on Little Donnie's face. Great camera work from our camera crew every week here on NAWA Championship Wrestling. Probably the best in all of professional wrestling outside the major companies.
The production value of NAWA TV continues to increase week after week here. And now just choking the man. Oh, what is he doing here? He's using the ring ropes. We talk about using the ring as a weapon, but that is an illegal move
The
there.
referee, you can't really see it. He had him helping Amp Dominick choke him, put some extra weight on there.
What in the world? Referee totally illegitimizing himself there by being out of position at that moment.
Yeah, referee Matt Galifianakis here just unknowingly helping Amp Dominick there.
Now,
Look at how vicious this guy is.
This, you talked about him having made some sort of a deal with Satan. He's got a mean streak that might rival Beelzebub himself there.
He might have been on a little bit of acid when I talked to him. I wasn't really sure. I don't know the guy that well, but very impressive here in the in-ring action here.
Now, we're not endorsing any type of pharmacology here, folks, but Amp is what
only
he is in terms of his.
Only in the state of Colorado.
Exactly, and Flintstone vitamins, as we've spoken here previously. But just a crazed individual there.
Look
almost.
here, Little Donnie's got some fight in
Little
him.
Donnie going for a chop there. Oh, lighting up the chest of Amp Dominick.
Amp running.
Amp trying to get the heck out of Dodge here.
He told Little Donnie to stay away. Little Donnie, get on this man. Your reputation is as a loser. We're trying to get around that. I think he may have upped his rep a little bit here today.
We're going on. We got to be close to 5 minutes here now. We're going to have to address the timekeeper and see where we are. But Donnie's still, he's having a good showing here, folks.
A knee right into the gut. Again, ref Matt Galifianakis needs to get in there and break this up.
European uppercut there, going to rearrange Donnie's teeth.
And Amp Dominick very impressed with what he did there with that European uppercut. Telling everybody, look at what I did.
And you see the differences between competitors here, folks. An individual like Amp Dominick, very much
fireman's carry there, right into an arm bar.
Right into an arm bar. Someone like Amp Dominick trying to get over with his personality there, in contrast to someone like Thunder Anderson that we've seen previously, who's just a vicious individual. You'd think that Dominick would have that same type of viciousness to him, but here he is just wrenching away. Look at him putting the soles of his boots into the chin of Little Donnie.
If Donnie can't get to that rope, he's going to have his forearm snapped right in half, his elbow take. Oh, thank God.
It's into the ropes.
As much as we love Little Donnie, we do not want to see his arm broken in half here because he's too tough to give up, too stubborn to quit.
That's the thing. Sometimes that adrenaline can make you a little bit.
Oh, boy, here he goes. He's reaching for that. He has that ugly Be Gone in his hand, and he's squirting it all over Little Donnie.
He's going to need the economy-sized bottle of that stuff there.
Again, folks, it's only $19.95. If you come out to our live event where Amp Dominick is at, bring your $20. He will try to sell you that bottle of Ugly Be Gone. Redbeard, I hope you get $20 the next show.
I've got a bottle of snake oil from 1935 you might be interested in there at the house.
Oh,
there's
big arm drag from Little Donnie.
Drag. My goodness. I said Big Donnie, but I was actually disturbed there by that big arm drag that he just made there.
I thought Amp Dominick was playing with Little Donnie here, but I think maybe he's having a little bit more trouble with this match than he thought he would. You might need to take this match serious.
Very good. There you go.
Smartly cutting Little Donnie off as he slides back in the ring. Again with the soles of the boots
God.
to the head.
He's just standing on the man's head there.
Oh, and you can see the effects, Little Donnie.
Oh, man.
Ugly be gone, please.
No.
Ugly be gone.
My goodness. We talked about our camera work being stellar here, but we want to get our camera crew to back off there just a little bit. And there, Amp Dominick just wrenching away at the head and neck of Little Donnie in this kind of a recliner position there. What is pulling the referee in there again? Dropping an elbow on Little Donnie there too is Dominick. Going into a pinfall here. Donnie still might be, at this point in time, Michael, smarter to just go ahead and lay down.
If Amp focused more on Donnie and not referee Matt Galifianakis, I think this match could be over with already.
I believe so. Spent too much time running around trying to hawk that Ugly Be Gone.
Well, he sprayed it on Little Donnie. Maybe to the back of Little Donnie's head. That's where he hit. Maybe the back of his head will be a little bit more prettier next time we see him. But still fighting Little Donnie here, throwing blows. Reverses Amp Dominick into the ropes.
Oh, my goodness. Turns him inside out with a clothesline.
We have never seen this type of fight out of Little Donnie before.
Little Donnie just cleaning house there.
He's going to win. I got a feeling this is the night.
This could be it, Michael.
The day his fortunes change here in NAWA.
Now, what's he going for here? Little Donnie's trying to go for some kind of an arm bar here. Amp Dominick fighting him off, though. Let's see what's going to happen here. What's he going to do? Wrenching him around, trying to take out that shoulder joint is Little Donnie. Oh, there's a rake to the eyes, though. Amp Dominick gets control back suddenly in just a moment's turn there. Yeah, kicking Little Donnie in the gut, bringing him back to the center of the ring.
Oh,
there's
stiff
another
kick right
kick.
into the sternum. Oh, he just hit him
Oh.
with the taste of sin. That's what Amp Dominick calls that double kick to the head, a taste of sin.
My goodness.
And Amp screams at Little Donnie, be still. He's getting frustrated that Donnie's got so much fight in him. And what's he going up to the top rope for?
It's the high rent district up there. We'll see what he's got in store for him here. After having delivered, like you said, the taste of sin. Oh, my
He just
goodness.
hit his finishing move. He calls that right in the sky. Double leg drop off the top, right in the sky. Closes this match out here for Amp Dominick with a successful debut here in NAWA. Hey, man, you got to give props to Little Donnie, but the Southern Fire successful in his debut here for NAWA Championship Wrestling. He just sprays that ugly be gone right onto the face of Little Donnie.
Saturating Little Donnie there. I tell you, it may have taken Amp Dominick a little while to get going here, but once he employed those two finishing maneuvers, it was all said and done there for Little Donnie. Very impressive set of offense there from this eclectic individual, Amp Dominick.
And we're going to take it to the back. Stuart Snodgrass is standing by with Scotty Black. We're talking about his match tonight with Deon Johnson in the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament.
The close side, you ain't seen for last.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scotty Black here on the NAWA YouTube channel. I'm standing here with Stuart Snodgrass. And understand you have a big match with the big cat, Deon Johnson. What's your thoughts on that, Stuart?
Hello, my name is Stuart. And I've been given the daunting task of wrestling none other than the big cat, Deon Johnson. It's going to be quite the test. But just like any test, I've researched and studied and studied and researched. And I'm ready for when me and Deon collide. Speaking of colliding, we live in the Milky Way galaxy. Our neighboring galaxy is the Andromeda galaxy. And according to scientists, it's going to be colliding with us in about, let's say about 5 billion years. So everybody needs to enjoy their time in the sun.
Well, that was very interesting information that we need to know. But Stuart Snodgrass is in the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament. You take a look here at the brackets. He's going up against Deon Johnson. We're going to go to Scotty Black. Deon standing by. He's going to talk about his matchup against Stuart Snodgrass.
Deon Johnson, a little bit earlier, we heard Stuart Snodgrass make the challenge. He said he's coming through you, brother. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, he's talking about comments and all this other stuff. He's a pretty smart guy with a nice pocket protector. Well, tonight I hope he puts on his boogie-woogie shoes because tonight, Stuart Snodgrass, I'm taking you to school, Daddy.
And there we have the graphic that you see on the screen there of Wild Man James Brody having issued a challenge to the new ownership of NAWA. Will he get an answer about this challenge? Michael, what do you say?
Well, I think we're about to find out right now. The new ownership standing by. They're going to give James Brody his answer right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Scotty Black right here on the NAWA YouTube channel. I'm standing here with Reverend Slim and the new COO. Understand that James Brody has demanded a title match for the heavyweight title against the Golden Gladiator 2.
For one, James Brody don't demand anything around here. We have grabbed this organization's like a...
Wait a minute, Slime. You step back out of the way. Let me tell you something, CEO. I demand what I want to demand, and I demand a match with the Golden Gladiator number 2 for the heavyweight title.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. But we have one rule change. Or no, what is that word called? Yeah, I don't have stipulations where I'm from. I just buy what I want. You can do it, but you got to... Reverend, take it.
Since you're in such a demanding mood, my brother, you have to beat Buckhouse Buck before you get your title match. Now, maybe you'll think the next time you demand. Buckhouse Buck returns to NAWA to face the demander, James Brody.
Well, that's okay, because like I've said time and time again, James Brody is crazy, and it's all about me.
Fans, you heard it. The only way James Brody gets his rematch for the titles, he got to go through Bunkhouse Buck on May 19th.
Wow. James Brody issued the challenge for Golden Gladiator number 2, but instead he has got Bunkhouse Buck coming. He has to beat Bunkhouse Buck before he even gets a shot at that Weasel Golden Gladiator #2 heavyweight title here.
I tell you, this deck would seem to be stacked against the man there, but we will see what happens in the weeks to come here. But right now, we've got action in the first round of the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament. At Stuart Snodgrass is going to be taking on the one and the only, the big cat Deon Johnson.
Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Snodgrass, a relative newcomer here to NAWA Championship Wrestling. Last time we saw him, he was in the Bunkhouse Stampede Battle Royal. This will be the first time we actually get to see him in singles action, and he's got a tall task ahead of him with Deon Johnson here in the first round of the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament.
I tell you, we saw in our previous episode another first-round matchup where Moses Ireton advanced in his match with Little Donnie there, and we'll see if Stuart Snodgrass here can make progress in getting to the second round of this match. Oh, there, look at there, little fan of Stuart there.
Look at Stuart. He walks a little funny. I asked him about his walk, and he said it's due to permanent damages from excessive wedges, one of which needed to be surgically removed.
Well, he might have
that
to
explains the trot, as I would call it, not walk so much.
It's something of a, we'll use the word trot there. I maybe would have had a different term for it, but he had a bit of difficulty getting across that second rope there as well. Now as he takes off that fanny pack, I guess, going to hold on to maybe the name tag and the bow tie there, though. So we'll see if that helps him at all in this matchup.
I asked Stuart about why he wanted to be a professional wrestler. He just said he was always sick of being bullied and getting wedgies and being considered a wimp. But so he wants to prove everyone wrong and that he can do anything that they put their mind to with hard work. But he's going to have to use that big noggin of his, that big brain, to take out this man right here, Deon Johnson, here in the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament opening round.
That's right. Deon, of course, is a consummate fan favorite around NAWA circles. We will see just how he tries to handle the challenge of someone like Stuart Snodgrass.
You know, Stuart believes that you shouldn't say a word that you can't spell.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea there. As Mark Twain once said, it's better to keep your mouth shut than open it and remove all doubt of someone thinking you is an idiot. So, kind of wise words there.
As you can see, he's got his name clearly written on his whitey tighties from Mama Snodgrass. He's definitely a mama's boy. He's a 16-time spelling bee champion. He placed first in every science fair he's ever entered. This man is supremely intelligent. We're going to find out what kind of athlete and fight he has in him once he goes up here against probably the most popular superstar on NAWA Championship Wrestling, Deon Johnson.
That's right. And there you see Deon at the ringside area here with Cool Breeze, his manager and confidant. We don't expect Cool Breeze to have to get involved with the match here as he did in one of our previous shows. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already, please do consider going ahead and subscribing to our YouTube channel here and checking out those previous episodes if you've missed some. That way you'll be able to catch up with all the action from NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Oh, good sportsmanship here. Deon's not a bully. He's not going to give Stuart a wedgie with a handshake there. As they go to a collar and elbow, tie up right into a side headlock. Surprised he can get his arms around the big head of Stuart Snodgrass with that noggin, that brain inside of there.
Some people talk about having the largest pythons in the world. Stuart Snodgrass might have brains to outdo any of those men there. There's a shoulder block there. No amount of brains can get you out of the way of a big shoulder like that of Deon Johnson's.
And Stuart complimenting Deon there, telling him that was a very nice shoulder block. It's almost like you don't want to punch this kid. He's seems too nice.
He's got that air about him where it's like you shouldn't really be a professional wrestler. You're almost too kind, too gentle. But we'll see if he can shrug off that air of nerddom, we'll say, and get into this match here against Deon Johnson. Oh, there, he tried to throw a shoulder block. Didn't do much for him, though.
Stuart's a little surprised that Deon didn't go down there.
Now, Deon is a big man. He's got a lot of mass behind him there. As anyone who's ever seen him throw that butt bump will tell you, that's a lot of man coming at you there. We'll see how he handles this side headlock here now to Stuart Snodgrass. Grasping around the midsection there, trying to get any kind of a leverage advantage he can.
You know, don't let Stuart fool you. He's sitting there, he's thinking, he's plotting in that brain right now how he's going to get out of this move.
Exactly.
He's probably 2 steps ahead of Deon here in this match.
Goes for a clothesline. Deon, there's that butt bump.
That's got to be it.
1, 2, TC3. There you go. And there is your winner, Deon Johnson.
Advancing to the second round of the Scotty McKeever Memorial Tournament right there. Big cat, Deon Johnson, taking out the comic book science lover, Stuart Snodgrass, with ease there.
Stuart just kind of beside himself there in the ring. Somewhat shocked that he didn't anticipate that butt bump, but man alive. Still a show of respect here between those two men.
Is he going to honor the thing that just defeated him?
Oh man, a little bit of a butt pat there.
Sportsmanship at its finest.
There you go.
Hey, I'm getting word that the new ownership of Reverend Slim and TC3 are standing back with Scotty Black. They've got something they want to address the NAWA fans with.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Scotty Black here on NAWA YouTube channel. Standing here with the Reverend Slim, out there, and the new CEO of NAWA. And understand, you work quick. You've already got some rules to lay down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Safety's number one here at the NAWA now, TC3. Y'all, that's patented. The butt bump, no more. There's been too many people died, got some funky stuff on them, some disease. Butt bump, no more. Splash, if you're over 300 pounds, keep your butt on the ground. And Deon, I told you about being tall. My bad. What was the other one? Super kick? No more. Too many people getting messed up in the face. We're here to make money. This is our money makers. Some of you have no chance. Deon Johnson, for sure, he won't be long. What else we missing, Reverend?
I want to say everything that the boss here just said has been documented, is on paper, and our firm is Sabah, South, and Deese is our firm, and they have documented, they have notarized these papers, and they will be enforced. If you use any of those holds, you will be released from the NAWA and will no longer to be competitive here in the NAWA. We are marching on to Zion. Hallelujah.
Don't talk to us about contracts. I write the contracts, okay?
So once again, folks, it's his way or the highway.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us here on NAWA Championship Wrestling. Next week here on the program, we will see tag team action as the Skull Empire will take on the Burke County Boys. And then Perry James will have his first hand-picked match for Golden Gladiator number 2 to defend the NAWA Heavyweight Championship. Join us then, folks, here on NAWA Championship Wrestling.